right, man, it's a rumor out there that the Lions may run with a defensive backfield like this. Terrion Arnold, Carlton, I think Davis the second, third, whatever his name is, from Tampa. The nickel will be Amon-Ra Robertson. They'll be moving Brian Branch back to safety. And they will have, obviously, Kirby Joseph when him and Branch are back healthy at free safety. That's what people going around saying that they basically took from an interview. I think one of the Lions coaches or DB coaches said, everybody said, what's up with Iffy then? I don't know. Iffy Melifanu may just be a utility guy, you know. He may just be a guy that just sometimes be a corner, sometimes be a safety, sometimes be a nickel. So I can't really call it on that, but I ain't really mad at it. They got a lot of star status in that backfield, that defensive backfield, and until they put the pads on, you don't know what can happen. Till they throw them pads on, we don't know really what literally can happen. Defensive backfield, we got guys that's gonna get injured. We got guys that's recovering from injuries. With the rookies, you just never know. In t-shirts and shorts, it's all cool, but when you put the pads on, when you get live scrimmage play, when you get live preseason play, I mean, you just really don't know. So, but Amon-Ra Robertson is a guy that can play across the board. He really was loved in the Raiders, and they really would like to keep him, but they couldn't. So, Terrion Arnold is a rookie. Ennis Rackstraw is a rookie. Carlton Davis playing for a contract. Kirby and Brian Branch both coming off injuries. Kirby off the hip. A lot of people saying he kind of getting disrespected right now because, they did a top rank safety rankings and they forgot about him. But last year he had some slippage because he had to play out of position, so they had to start playing him in one-on-one coverage when a lot of those other guys, was out at safety. So until F.A. Melifanu came back, they had to start playing him, and he had to start covering, guys one-on-one. And he more of a zone, a deep half or a robber. He more of a zone safety. Even more so. He kind of reminds you of the ability to get in the box and make some stuff happen. So he more of a guy that just can, He one of a guy that can tackle really well, and he's a funny type of safety because usually when you talk about guys like him in that job, like what he do well, he does a really good job covering his zone coverage, the deep half of the field, robbing. When he in zone coverage, he great. Then he really good inside the box, making tackles. He really good being an enforcer over the middle, hitting guys, being an enforcer. So he really good on that aspect of it. But in one-on-one coverage, he got a lot to learn. But a lot of these other guys that's out here that play one-on-one coverage, you look at it, Brian Branch, we seen last year what he can do from the nickelback position. He can play zone. He can play man-to-man coverage one-on-one. You look at Ennis Rackstraw. He can play man-to-man. He can play zone. You look at obviously the corners can do those things. F.A. Melifanu, he can play man-to-man. He can play zone. So a lot of the guys that he could be competing, like could be around, that's around him, they all can play. That could be starters. They all got cornerback backgrounds. Iffy, Branch, Rackstraw, Davis, Amon-Ra Robertson, Terrion Arnold, they all got corner backgrounds. Kirby is a safety by trade that was late to the game, playing safety. You got to remember that. He was kind of a late bloomer, late to football. So one-on-one coverage, most safeties are safeties because they don't really have the feet to be corners. Shout out to Braylon Edwards. He said that a long time ago in one of the Jets playoff wins. So he got to learn to really cover one-on-one, and they did a lot. They asked him a lot last year, and they had some injuries in that backfield, in that defensive backfield, to play one-on-one, and that's not really a strong suit yet. But he seemed like he got the athletic ability to play one-on-one, and that's fine if he can't play one-on-one coverage. A lot of times you're just going to have him help over the top. He's tremendous at playing the deep half of the field. He's tremendous at playing the single high. He's tremendous at robbing. He's tremendous at when a guy come over the middle, he ain't scared to get his nose dirty. You know what I'm saying? help you in the box, make some time. So he does a lot of other good things, and everybody gonna have their strengths and weaknesses. But the one thing that I just think he really missing out on is just the ability to play one-on-one command-to-man coverage. And that's the guard, the safeties, the nickels. And if he can do that, man, he probably go down as one of the best safeties in this team history that we done seen. So, but all the other safeties can do all of that because, or the ones that can be competing with him for a position or around him, because they all play corner. That's the difference. They all play cornerback. So that's a huge difference. But as far as the lineup, last year was a lot about F.A. Milifanu playing the utility spot. So he gonna play where he needed that, and that's just gonna make him dangerous because he can be. I think he got the potential to be a #1 corner. He got the potential to be one of the best safeties in the league. So it's hard to say who gonna fit where, and what's gonna be the pecking order in the defensive backfield, because to be honest, you don't know what's gonna happen in training camp with injuries, who play well when preseason come, and all these camps. So we about a month out and some change out before camp. So, before you know it, summer is one of those seasons that just blow past, and before you know it, it's fall, and the kids out there hitting. High school football start, then a few weeks later, college football start, then the regular season for the NFL starts. So, you don't know exactly what that pecking order is going to entail yet, because you got a lot of young guys out there. When they put them pads on, it's going to be a different ball game. So, you think the pecking order could be totally different. It could be Branch back at the nickel. It could be Amick at the #2 spot, Carlton at the #1 spot. That's when you get on my nerves. And it could be, Effie and Carlton Davis. It could be them playing the number, playing at safety. I mean, it could be Effie and Carey at safety. So, really just don't know, man. But, it's fine with me, whatever be best. Who knows? Rexstraw might come out of nowhere and steal somebody's starting position. So, really, you got a lot of hungry guys. I know Amick probably going to be playing for a bigger contract and for respect. He got a little man complex, as his ex-coach Antonio Pierce would say, which was no slight. It's just what it is. Carlton playing for a contract. You got the young guys that's hungry, So, you got a lot what's going on, man. So, you've been seeing people saying that Brian Branch might end up going down as the best draft pick by Brad Holmes. I mean, shit, it's a lot of possibilities, man. So, we'll see what happens. Also, you got Amon-Ra Brown. He on a Netflix documentary. Last year it was quarterbacks. This year I think it's receivers. So he got one of the more interesting story backgrounds. I mean, he done been in another documentary on HBO. I remember watching that documentary years ago. I didn't know that was him. About his family, his black and German roots and all that. So, yeah, very smart family. Dad be a Mr. Universe. I know a lot of people's getting at his dad because his dad don't believe in doing deadlifts. He said they're useless. I mean, everybody got their thing when they get to the gym. I'm not a guy that enjoy doing scroll crushers because it hurt my damn legs. But, that's just me. But I don't do them. But that's just what I do. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance of notifications. We go live and drop video financially. Want to support the channel? Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Hit the link tree. You can find me everywhere. Peace.